Okay, so I wanted to give you a running commentary over why I think this game is not really that good and why I'm really not liking to play it at all. FIFA 20 was bad, don't get me wrong, and so 21 you can argue is a tiny bit better, but because of the way the controls are, I put it in the same bracket. I wanted to go over first this game in particular. First of all, this goal was completely outrageous. This is outside the box, so just in case you're wondering, that is a line for outside the box. And Dembele, not even controlling the ball, takes a, I don't even know how, under pressure as well, somehow belts it, and not even in the corner. This is the worst thing, not even in a corner around the goalkeeper. I didn't catch, I only started recording at this point because I knew it was going to be a nonsense game. But you can see like that, it's completely outrageous how someone can shoot like that, but I can miss an own goal. We'll come back to this goal later because we have a look at it in the replay. I'm going to skip forward over here. So I'm playing 4-4-2 to give you a bit of insight. Delay is one thing in the game, and I think maybe the game's made for next gen. I honestly don't even know. I'm just doing simple pass over here. Here I make a through ball. Now obviously what I intended to do was for the through ball to go like over here, around him like this. That's what I wanted to happen. But it doesn't really work like that. It plays the through ball to the man as opposed to the space. I wish there was a way, like even manual passing, you can't get the ball in this area. A driven through ball will be too much power, and that would be almost pointless. As you can see, that doesn't even work, as you can see. So as you can see, it goes back, passes the ball. Now I don't mind these passes sometimes going towards your team. That's fine, you know, when you're facing away like that and there's no one near you, you know. But in my opinion, those passes should not really even be anywhere near as accurate. And you can see, for example, he does it again over here. Look at this. Instead of passing the ball backwards, the pass kind of goes towards him. I'm lucky I move my play in that position and I get the ball. Then of course the Sissoko over here, I don't mind this through ball missing because of that. I suppose you can say that's an animation issue. Of course I've registered it much earlier over here, but this is not a fault in the game or my side. He tackled me and I pressed the through ball straight after. Had he not tackled me like that, had he not tackled me, then the through ball would have been made. But this is the issue. Why is this not a foul? Okay, I pressed the triangle button, so the first action is a through ball. But if he's tackled me, he's not won the ball. Why is that not a foul? Why is that being called as an offside? If someone's taken out my legs with no intention of getting the ball, either advantage should be played or that's a foul. But there's no advantage indicator. As you can see, there's nothing over here that indicates that it's an advantage. And obviously my chance gets squandered in the end. And this is just a small number. This is the thing. Most of these games are fine. There's a lot of issues in this game. He plays a very nice through ball. Of course, this is my fault. I switched to the wrong player. I thought it was going to pass backwards. Okay, fine. So I've seen him down the wing. Now look at this. I'm going to slow this down for you so you can see it, okay? Now, bearing in mind, FIFA 21, it should be the exact same thing jockeying. I've got assisted jockeying on, not manual. Now watch. As soon as he stops, I react. Look at my left analog stick. I move the joystick to the opposite direction. So normally, you don't expect him to stand still because of delay, input delay in the servers, and obviously from the physical controller to the actual game to upload to the server to his end. You can argue I'll drift about like over here, and then I'll stop and then I'll turn away. But just watch. I keep drifting all the way. And this is not someone like Wan-Bissaka it's not someone who's got low agility, low balance. Wan-Bissaka's got very good agility and balance. A good acceleration as well. And as you can see, look here. Immediately I stop and look, he overshoots it. And look how far he overshoots it. And I don't know whether that's due to lag or whatever it is. But anyway, he outplays me in this situation. Press the L1 button. Be aggressive, unnecessarily so. Good skill move from him. He cuts inside. I press the L1 button, assuming that it would obviously the most logical thing to do with the L1 button is to switch to the second defender. So I press the L1 button twice, but it goes back to Sissoko. And this is another issue with the game. I can't right stick switch because right stick switching is so broken. So I have to rely on the L1 switch. Okay. So here it is a fake shot inwards. Okay, fine. I press the L1 button. It should go to Renato Sanchez, or it should go to this player, but it goes to Renato Sanchez. That you can argue sometimes messes up. That's because of the way the game is coded. We can't fix that. But as you can see, this is what aggravates me. Look here. Press the L1 button. The cursor is above this individual's head. As soon as I press L1, if the cursor is above this head, it shouldn't change. I'm trying to pause it at the exact same moment. It's like here. When I press the L1 button, it should guarantee switch to this guy. It doesn't. It switches to Renato Sanchez. So now the most logical thing for me to do is press the L1 button again. It should switch to this guy. But no, it goes back to Sissoko, the player behind the ball who's already been beaten after I press the L1 button. And that just really gives an indication of how broken the game is. And then, of course, I tried to make a slide tackle there. It gets deregistered twice, so I thought I went to this player. So I was going to make the slide tackle anyway. I actually thought I changed to this player. I was going to make the slide tackle like so. But AI actually bailed me out, have it or not. And of course, I just rebound straight to my opponent and he scores into the back of the net. And this is a very occurring theme. And I'll be honest, it's so aggravating playing this game because I feel like, and I'll be honest, I was playing it very reckless over here. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I was doing anything well, but even the situation over here, when I got the ball out, so I was trying to clear the ball out, do a quick 1-2 down, do a quick 1-2 to my left back. Okay, fine, I got loads of space available. Now, this touch over here is my fault because I was holding the run button. That is completely my fault. That's what I would like to call rushing the gameplay. That is completely my fault. Look at this pass. How can this pass go through? It is absolute nonsense that this pass can go through. Look. At this point, right, when he's facing this way, like at the very least, there should be like a deviation zone over here, at the very least. I'm thinking maybe like the angle of failure, maybe something like this. Maybe the ball goes anywhere within this region in theory, you can argue. And this is Inaki Williams as well, so he hasn't got the best of passing either. But it goes straight to his feet, and that's why I don't understand. Why is this game allowing this? Last year, passing was bad, right? Balls used to go through people's feet when you used to get all laid. But why is the pass going like this? It's such a shambles mechanic. And obviously in this situation here, I tried to defend. He does a rainbow flick very, very well. And he hits the post. Now, funnily enough, I wasn't even aiming. For obvious reasons, I was aiming over here to this play over here. But the game deregistered the pass. Instead of me aiming to like the bottom left, it kind of aimed like this. This is the issue. What do I do here? If I go any more down, he'll make the pass like this to one of these two players. So the only logical thing is to aim the pass like here, right? Because I can't aim upwards, or I can't go, straight like 9 p.m. because then it will go to this player. So I aim a tad bit. So I would say about 7 o'clock. No, not 7 o'clock, about 8 o'clock. You could see, for example, it got a bit delayed from the servers, but you can see I'm holding the left analog stick and then it kind of deregisters and it flicks back. I don't know what happened there. But here's the post, and again, Hazard's left foot on the half volley. A bit unlucky. Okay, fine. And then, of course, team press comes in and he turns into some pressing god. I can't even get out my own box because he's doing it. Okay, I get the ball forward, right? I do a through ball. And very, very unlucky, to be honest. And this is the thing. Had I not used football IQ and had I not made that pass, had I not taken a touch and I just made the pass straight away, that ball would have gone through. But now obviously my IQ is saying, okay, trigger him to make a run and do a slight touch, then do a through ball on a first touch, and then prepare the sprint button so I can run onto the ball straight away. But it's the thing, should I be forced to use like a no football IQ and just do like a no look pass over there? I mean, even I wouldn't do a no look pass there because it's just too risky. And this is trying to say these things should not be in the game. There's no place in the game. Of course, there's then offside. But I just wanted to, just mention that because I think it is somewhat important. Even, for example, like these passes, in my opinion, I think I'm cutting the passing lane out acutely very, very well over here. I'm not saying that the pass should go here, but there is no way he's aiming like this. There is no way. If he was aiming like this, it would go to Dembele. He's obviously aiming downwards, but the game is auto-compensating by making the pass go around Mbappe. So this is what's aggravating. Like, there's no way. Look, I think that obviously I'm not expecting to get the passing lane, but the pass should not curve around like that because he's not intending to do that. The game bailed him out there. Unfortunately, I couldn't watch that. But anyway, look, I play on. Again, I'm playing really bad here, I won't lie. I do the L1 trigger. I wait for the pass, and then I do a through ball. This is the thing, right? The through ball, I'll be honest, I didn't even do the through ball like this. I think this is probably my fault over here. I pressed the triangle button, and then I did it so like you can see, for example, like over here. Look where I'm aiming the left analog stick, right? I'm aiming it like here. So aiming it like this, kind of roughly, is where I want the ball to go. As soon as the pass gets made, like as you can see, look at my left analog stick, and I got pass lock assistance on late as well, remember, so I can change direction last minute. It's in front of him, but the game decides to go down, so I have to quickly move my left analog stick down. Why is the game making that decision for me? And even then, look at this. Who on earth makes a pass like this in between two players who you can argue both passing lanes are essentially marked? Who would take a risk when you're in boxed in like this and make a pass? But of course, where's the ball going to go? Straight through both players. Straight through both players and locks onto the striker. So, and then you can see that one he didn't get bailed out on. And the reason why he didn't get bailed out on it because I was in front. Now here, I'll be honest, this one I'm not saying this should go through. This should never go through. I'll be honest, I was panicking a bit over here. And do you know the reason why I was panicking? It's because he had team press on. Look at his players just running towards me. I got no time on the ball and I'm forced to make a pass like that. I'm not team pressing him. But this is just an example, you know, for example, team press is already on and you get the ball and I panicked because I had no other choice. I tried to make a pass like into the space or behind or whatever, but I'm not saying that pass should go through. But anyway, I do a fake shot and end up scoring a goal, skip it as usual. Then I'm using offside trap here, just trying to bring the defense. Now, I'll be honest, I use team press here because I'm just getting fed up at the moment. I'm defending very aggressively. I'm not saying anything is wrong over here. But this, for example, like here, right? How could I not get the pass? And it's not even a lofted pass. It's just a regular pass. Look, and I don't understand. Like, how close do I have to be to intercept the ball? Like, you know, I want to show at the exact point over here. At this point, right? Again, I think the game obviously helped him out. He was obviously aiming forward. The ball pass should either go towards me but it should not go like that. There is no way he aimed the pass to go like that, because I'll tell you how I know this. As you can see that the way Hazard is running, right? He only changed direction last minute. So, and as you can see, look, I'm right next to the ball. I should intercept the ball there. It's Mukielu, 6'2", and that's what's really upsetting me, because, you know, I don't think that pass should not be intercepted. That one over there, that's fine. I missed that player. That's completely fine. Here, I'm being a bit aggressive. I run back over here and head the ball away with Semedo. Again, stuck with team press, so I was forced to make that pass. Gets the ball back. Kamara get the ball. Do a 1-2. And then I go up to my right back. Again, using the L1 trigger button. I do a fake shot stop and I bring the ball back. Now, this is another thing, right? Left analog stick dribbling is diabolical, right? Now, this is the thing. Look at my first touch. Look at my left analog stick. It's basically down below me. But he decided to take a touch like this. Now, this is someone who's got really good, I think he's got 95 agility. He's 5'5", something like 87 agility, 95 balance, something really, really good. 5'5", right? And in case you're right, I didn't register the first time pass. When you play the game long enough, you know when you can take you know when the game registers the first touch and then when it registers a pass. But as you can see, that touch is horrific. Can't get touched like that, open boy like that when I'm obviously going behind me. Win the ball back by team press, which I should not even won the ball back. That's completely fine. Good tackle from Ramos over there. And obviously I'm playing very aggressive over here, being very, very aggressive. Nothing wrong with that. And of course, look at this. Read exactly what he's doing. In the perfect position to intercept here now. Where would you expect the ball to go? I mean, if the rebound's going to happen here, it has to go back to my teammate. But of course, it just goes straight. And I was very lucky that he wasn't complete running forward, because if he was, he would have nudged that ball forward, and because Semedo just took an animation, he would have completely left me for dead. So that is an example of where the game really it's just broken. And I had that. Imagine if this. Thank God I'm not a pro player. Like, honestly, thank God I'm not a pro player. But can you imagine if I was like a pro player or something? Can you imagine the scenes? I would probably have lost this game or whatever. Maybe I could have argued defended a tiny bit better over here, maybe. But at this point, I did the right thing, and I think that's what ultimately is the biggest issue. And then win the ball back again, and make the ball again. Do a quick 1-2, do a nice through ball, and I do a fake shot downwards. Which, by the way, I feel like I have to overcompensate the fake shots completely. Because of delay, I can't just aim around the goalkeeper like this. I have to go completely, utterly downwards, like, you know, so acutely, just to guarantee it, because a player would miss. And in my opinion, that should be taken with his left foot, but unfortunately the game decides to take this with his right foot. Again, no logic. Neymar's 5-star weak foot. There is no real reason why the game should then take a touch on his right foot and then made a pass. What if Ramos was over here? Interceptions would have blocked it. So again, the game could have, this is what I'm saying, these issues, they were persistent in FIFA 20, but they weren't as bad as I think they are now. A lot of things, issues in the game. Teammate contain, obviously team press is not in the game. It's completely diabolical. And this is what I found, is I have to run like this and basically literally man mark the run perfectly. So what I used to do to defend this before is I used to run alongside him, like so, and a man marked cut the passing lane, so there's no logic to play the pass, and if he did, I could always run back and recover. But now I found myself have to overcommit so far forward, and I can basically let him take a touch. So if this was a better player, you could basically make a normal pass to the feet, take a touch backwards, and then play the through ball in behind to Adama. But I have to give him the space. Normally I'll just man mark him so he can't make the pass, but now I have to be such a fraction ahead of him, which I think is incorrect. Again, simple passes here, nothing too extravagant. I'm playing a 4-4-2 second variation, by the way, so I end up using drag backs. I was like, let me just test some drag backs out to buy some time. So I was like, I knew I was rushing, so I was like, let me just buy some time with some drag backs, slow down my game a little bit, make the pass over here. Nice 1-2. And I didn't mean to do that skill move, by the way. That was meant to be a rainbow, if I'm not mistaken. So with the right analog stick once to the right and once like that and like that, but that's fine because I'm running like this. I should have done the rainbow like this and then twice that way. So I don't mind that skill not happening, but just to give you information, just to give you a bit of awareness, that was a wrong skill move from my end, not the game's fault. That is definitely my fault. Over here, I don't understand. What do you do over here? This is the issue that I have. Okay, when your opponent gets the ball over here, what do I do? You know, the best thing for me to do is probably just run back over here. There is no point of me being aggressive, because what do I get from being aggressive? You can see, for example, like here. I mean, come on. I mean, there's no way you can let the ball go past like that. You know, he's got really good agility and balance and sprint speed, and he's 6 foot wherever he is. Come on, you can't let the ball. He didn't even attempt to make a reach for the ball. How can AI interceptions be so overpowered for someone not get the ball where the ball is literally right next to his feet? I just don't understand. Like, you know, I'm trying to get this at the exact same moment. This is the thing. I understand there's an issue where, okay, where do you draw the line? But I think if your player is controlling the player and the passing lane has been marked to something, and you put your position yourself perfectly or somewhat perfectly, your player shouldn't make a small side step forward into the space. He should get the ball. Now, had this been an AI player and the ball went past, I would still be like, okay, AI should still get the ball there, in my opinion. But had AI done it and it didn't go past, I wouldn't be too upset. But the fact I'm controlling the player just makes it very much worse. Anyway, I'm just going to skip. There's nothing really going on over here. Just skip forward a little bit. This is a bad through ball from me. I thought the game was going to overcompensate me over here and go a bit like, it's kind of my mistake. I thought the game was going to compensate me there, but it was more my mistake over there. But anyway, look, he makes the pass, quick 1-2s. Again, I don't know how to mark this, because if I try to run it, I just get done. So I can't play defensive. There's no way I can play defensive. But he ends up doing some fantastic ball with Hazard. I don't mind, because he took a touch and he made a fantastic ball. Okay, fine. So I'm running back over here with Wan-Bissaka. Bit of lag. Plays me again. Get the ball out. That was nice from him. Lets the dribble away. And I'm like, okay, what do I do here? Now this, I don't even know what this was, because I tried to make a pass. I don't even know what really happened over here. I think I just got really lucky over here. I don't even know what happened over here. The game should not auto-compensate for me either here. I don't think I changed direction. Or maybe I did. Actually, no, maybe I did. Because I got my pass lock distance on late, it did change direction. I thought the game might have compensated me over there. But anyway, look at this pass. How on earth has it... This is Wan-Bissaka's weak foot, by the way. Yeah, look. There is no logic to use your weak foot. Even if you had, for example, a 3-star weak foot, I mean, let's say you're left-footed, there was no reason here to use your left foot. But for somehow Wan-Bissaka does, I don't even know what kind of through ball that is. That is like legit, like inside the foot, kind of side foot of the ball in such a way where you got the spin on the opposite side, like towards the edge of the ball, and that span all the way around like that. Now, why not just use the right foot? Why is there a need to use his left foot? Because that pass only goes through maybe like 1 in 10 times. But had he used his right foot, that pass is then guaranteed. There wouldn't be an issue with that pass. And I do a driven cross just to try it out. And of course, you know, you can see I even registered a shot over here well before the ball gets to me. But my player decides to chest the ball, or I don't know, castrate himself. I don't even know what to put this down as. But look, this is what I'm trying to say. It's nonsense. How the hell can this be even in the game? That should be a guaranteed, well, not a guaranteed goal, but that should be a very good goal. Probably Neymar would score that close to the goal. Not really that much pressure too close to him. But yeah, again, misses the ball. And look at this. I do a fake shot. This is the worst of all. You can't see this, but I do a fake shot and I move my left analog stick downwards. So I can take my first touch, I do a fake shot into the space so I can beat the goalkeeper. That way you can't, slide or try to punch the ball or whatever. He tries whatever animation the goalkeeper will try doing over here. And the game decides to pass the ball to me. You can even see my left analog stick. I even get surprised. I don't know what is going on over here. Fake shot here. And then as you can see, I just get surprised and then he makes that pass to Adama. Get a bit lucky because his touch was very poor. Do some agile dribbling. Good defending from my opponent. Couldn't really, and this is the thing. Why am I forced to use agile dribbling inside the box? Why can't I just not use left stick dribbling? This is Mbappe, one of the best midfielders in the game, or wingers, or strikers if you want to call them. And I have to basically use agile dribbling, even with engine chemistry style. Here, this is an issue as well. Look at this now. Literally, what I would do in previous FIFAs is I would do one of two things. In order to man mark this player over here, I'll have to man mark him with my player, and I'll use the teammate contain, which is the R1 button, to basically apply pressure. You can't do that anymore, so I have to somehow mark a 4v4 situation. So what I used to do back in the old days is I used to flick between a FIFA 19. I used to flick between them, so I'd run back a little bit like that, then I'd flick to this guy, then run forward with him, then flick to this guy, keep running back, then flick to him again, run forward with him, and then basically I'll keep applying teammate contain with this guy, so run back like this. I'm still applying teammate contain, but don't forget he only jogs, he doesn't run. So I'll switch to him, run back manually, then switch to this guy, keep running back, so that guy still runs back, and that's what I had to do. But you can see I can try, and basically my B button is teammate contain. Just ignore it for now, but my B button is teammate contain. And as you can see, look, I don't even know what to do over here. Like, I have to kind of do a bit of both. Look, I'm like, okay, what do I do here? I'm trying to cut the pass out, but he's too close. So then I switch to this guy, run towards him manually to apply double pressure, and then I use teammate contain with him. And I don't know what on earth this is, by the way. He doesn't jump for the ball, he just stands still. I'm not saying he should jump particularly. Maybe it was my fault. I tried to cut the cut back, whatever. But the ball just, because of this stupid animation, he puts his foot on. Why can't he just not head of the ball over there? Why does he have to do some stupid animation? He puts his foot up and then I end up getting the ball away. The ball going back to him is completely fine. I understand that. That's because there's obviously high pressure there. So I don't blame that pass. So like these I'm never upset with these ones. Like, in fact, I'm very lucky. Normally I'd pass back to the goalkeeper. To be honest, I normally pass back to the goalkeeper, but with the way the game is, I don't like passing back to the goalkeeper because in those situations it's too risky. So that's completely fine. I think I kind of got away with that clearance. Do an offside trap. I think he's offside anyway, unless my left back kept him on. Okay, it was offside. Hang on, how was it onside? Let's have a look. Did the offside trap? Okay, so barely onside. It was the other defender over here. This one over here that kind of drifted back. I don't know why he drifted back, but he basically, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, corners, nothing new there. Just move my player there. That's fine. Anyway, get a counter attack. So make do an L1 trigger, doing L1 triggers, multiple L1 triggers. And Mbappe is making the most stupidest run ever. Why can you just not continue running? Look. Why is there a need for him to change direction over here? Just keep running. Press the L1 button again. Just keep running. And then by the time, I mean, he does end up tackling me very, very well in the end. Defended, I suppose you can say a bit better. But, AI runs are so goddamn bad. I mean, I don't have time to do a creative run over here. Otherwise, I would have. But that's another example of why AI runs are so bad in that perspective over here. Of course, back heel pass, go straight to him. Man mark it. And then that is half time. Anyway, we're going to skip forward because nothing really happens over here. So anyway, we go into the second half. I'm thinking, I got to stop. He's using team press. I was like, I got to start playing quick football. Just get the ball out. I try to use creative runs to try to create some movement. So I do, I make a pass and I do a creative run downwards. So he runs like that. And then I'm waiting to make a perfect pass. And then Mbappe comes and tackles the ball off me. AI. Why does that even happen? I don't know. End up becoming very aggressive here, which you should not do. Now this slide tackle, the animation messed me up here. I think I got the ball, personally speaking, but more importantly, the animation should just curve the foot around. I don't know why they got rid of that curved foot animation. When you slide tackle, when you curve into the space, like you basically slide into where the ball's going to be, and your player slides around. It's not really a big deal, but they removed it this year, and that's what led to the foul, yellow card in the end. But anyway, it was a nice pass, nice header out. I'm just like, okay, let me get the ball off him. And how is this a foul? Why can he just not make a tackle normally? Why, like, see, like here, why can't he just not make a tackle with his left foot? You know, even though he's kind of sidestep hopping, this is not real life here. Why can't he just make a tackle with his left foot? Why is he need to just make a tackle after the ball's gone? I don't know about that. But anyway, look, kick off, not kick off, a free kick anyway to him in the end. And brilliant play from him. I was honestly scared that this is AI, by the way, that does this. AI could have given away a penalty, and I was almost having a heart attack that didn't register as a penalty, but that could have been AI. And again, obviously, team press, he gets the ball, and I moved the goalkeeper over here. Should he have scored that? I don't know. His first goal shouldn't have gone in, but this one should have gone in my opinion. I did move the goalkeeper anyway. As soon as the ball got to him, I knew what he was going to do. So I think I just covered the inside. As soon as the ball came there, I moved the goalkeeper straight away. And I think at that point, the near post, or I can try to draw a perfect angle here. I don't know if it's going to work. Maybe we can try it. I think, you know, had that been there, the goalkeeper would have covered it on that trajectory. So, I mean, he could have gone a bit more inwards like this. Kind of could have gone maybe a bit like that. But either way, I think the goalkeeper would have had that saved. Goalkeeper movement, I don't really mind it too much. I do think it bails people out way too much. That I agree with. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, I get the ball with Mukiele, do less at dribbling. Simple. That was my fault. Tried to take a heavy touch there. Nothing really happens here. I'm not going to even bother showing you this. But this one, okay, fine. It doesn't register the first time fake shot, and if it does, I don't even know what that is. The animation. I tried to do a fake shot stop. I mean, it was my fault. I mean, I should just move my left analog stick away, but I was afraid I wouldn't get it, so I kind of changed to like a running fake shot inwards first. But the ball was bouncing, so I don't know. He just missed the ball. Whatever happened over there, I actually have no idea. Team press, of course, does save me in the end. Unfortunately, sorry, that's pressure on every touch. By the way, that's not team press. That's pressure on every touch. Sorry, because to get heavy touch towards his goal, my players start pressing, and that's what equally led towards that situation. Nothing really happens over here. We get the ball like that, simple, quick 1-2 passes. I think these passes are perfectly fine because you're facing the player. He ends up getting a red card. I didn't know why this was a red card, to be honest. He made a tackle a bit late, maybe yellow, but that should not be a red card in my opinion. But anyway, get the free kick, make a pass. Do a pass back, and I don't know what on earth this is. So, like, look at that. Maybe because it's the animation, maybe. But anyway, I take a touch like this, and he reads it very, very well, gets the ball off me, and then I tackle the ball off him. Nothing happens over there. Anyway, he makes it pass, do a through ball into the space. Pass, quick 1-2, and I think I have him over here. Okay, he's done. Fake shot stop. Now listen, the reason why I got rid of Mbappe in my team is because Mbappe used to miss these chances on a daily basis. Even though weak foot has now been buffed to 85%, Mbappe's left foot used to miss this. Now this is Neymar, a player with a 5-star weak foot. The goalkeeper is done. Yeah, this is how could you not score that on your strong foot? It's not like I'm standing over here and it's so wide. Look at that, the goalkeeper's coming off his line. Now the most logical thing for me to do here will be a finesse shot, because that's what you would do in real life. You use the inside of your foot, you curl it into the corner. But for some reason, one of the best players in the game misses with no one around him. Look at that. I even took an extra touch. Look at that. First touch like that. Another touch like that. Composure's at the complete maximum. And I only used 2 and a bit of power. I didn't use too much power. But if you use 2 less power on a finesse shot, normally the finesse shot goes like this. And it goes like to the goalkeeper's feet. And he normally parries it away. If you play a lot, you know what I'm talking about. But hits the post, and I was completely outraged how that even hit the post, because if that first goal went in, that one should definitely not go in. Kind of a racy tackle, I suppose you can say, from me. Ends up becoming a foul. But anyway, let's just go back to whatever happened over here. Nothing happened over here. Tried to make a pass. Good defending from him. He read it. And I tried to do a fake shot downwards. He read that very, very well. So well played for my opponent. Like so. Does a pass like that. That's completely fine. I haven't got an issue with that. A quick 1-2. Then that pass, in my opinion, a tad bit too accurate. I did the wrong pass. So that's completely my fault. I was under pressure. L1 trigger. I do a through ball. Do a quick pass downwards. Okay. Do an L1 triggers again. So I'm send Podence forward. Okay. Again, now this one, I did that part, like, see, like over here, I did that 1-2, whether I did it the L1 trigger, whether I did that 1-2 over there. As soon as I made that through ball, I knew he was dead from here. Now at this point, I knew he was beaten, so I took a touch away. Now Podence is right-footed, okay? Let me just walk you through my logic, right? Podence is from what? Let me just double check his right foot. Actually, one second. But Ben Podence, let's have a look. Can I show you this? Okay, maybe I can show you this. Hang on. Put that over there. Okay, so Podence, as you can see, is right-footed. Okay, so my logic is, okay, so he's got, what is he's on a hunter. I think he's on a hunter, whatever. Hang on, it's this version. He's on a hunter, and I would say maybe he's on 8 chemistry or 7. Let's just say 7. I'm not 100% sure, but let's just say 7. Okay, so those are decent stats. Okay. Oh my god, agility might be even better. I thought, yeah. So anyway, look, he's right-footed, right? So obviously, you know, logic will go, okay, he's right-footed, but in order to guarantee the chance, you go on the right foot. Yes, I could have gone on his left foot over here, taken a touch upwards like that, and taken his left shot. But after Neymar missed on a 5-star weak foot, would I go ahead and take the risk? Of course I wouldn't. So I would end up going on his right foot because that's the most logical thing to do. Now, what it is when I took a touch, I knew with Neymar was facing like this, and the goalkeeper was over here, or something like Neymar was like over here, or some, I don't know, Neymar was over here and the goalkeeper was like this, or whatever it was, and Neymar missed. So my logic was create a more acute angle, therefore more curve will be created, and that way you guarantee the goal. So this is where the game is so flawed. If I took a shot like this, you know, a stupid touch like that, if I took a shot like this, it would have probably have gone in. That's the most alarming thing. If I took this shot first time, it would have gone in. And this is what I'm trying to say. Football IQ just goes out the window over here, because, you know, it was a bad angle back here. If I did a first time shot here, it would have probably have gone in. But obviously, I'm not going to do that. The key thing is to create the 45-degree angle, face towards the goal, face towards the near post, open your body up, create the 45-degree angle, the best possible statistical chance in front of goal. So anyway, I do that, I take a touch forward, and somehow he misses. Now, maybe you can argue this angle is more acute than the other one, but listen, there is no way. No, I've taken a side step away from the goalkeeper, pushed it in front of him, so when he came out, he couldn't have made that save. And I even applied more power, because I knew it was an inward swinger, so I was like, more power here is more beneficial because it'll just apply more curve. Now, I know what you're going to say to me. What about the curve stats? Doesn't the curve stats affect it? Now, this is the thing. Yes, he never had the best curve here, but whatever he does have, whether 80 or whatever it is, Neymar had much more higher curve. He missed that chance. So, you know, this is the thing. You know, should I have done a regular power shot there, and that would have probably gone in? I don't know. I just don't know what to do in those situations. But anyway, the game just goes on. I don't want to talk too much because the video is really coming towards an end now. Ends up doing these nice passes, get the ball back. A mistake on my end. End up then trying to tackle the ball off him. He does a very, very nice ball all the way. I thought I got that ball, but because Kamara's 5'6", maybe you can say no. And in my opinion, I should have got this pass. I knew exactly what he was going to do. But again, somehow the pass goes through me. I knew exactly what he was going to do. And I don't even know, did the ball go through my feet? Did it go underneath me? And it's trying to say, these are the issues that are... Oh, and it's a 30-minute video. Now, if you're still tuning around, maybe because you do like my content. I just wanted to give you the real reason why I just don't want to play this game anymore, because this wasn't an issue last year. What is the ball gone through his legs, or what on earth through his foot? I don't know what happened over there. That should be an exception. I end up sliding to obviously block the angle towards goal. In case he did take a shot, that way I can obviously shoot. He ends up turning very, very astutely, and he then turns like this. I tried to move the goalkeeper, whatever I tried doing. Try slide tackle Mukiele, and this shot should have gone in. Yes. Maybe you can argue there's a little bit of pressure that was involved to my player, but this should 100% without a doubt go in. And this is the most alarming thing, because this was a finesse shot, it didn't go in. But had that been a regular shot, it would have gone in. How does that make any sense? I honestly just don't even know. And then he ends up just smacking the ball, and then obviously I position my players for end up getting a bit lucky there. Become 75 minutes, the game's almost over now. The fake shot's not registering. He does a nice first time fake shot there. This pass over here, I think that's that stupid auto special pass nonsense. I didn't even come on, who expects to make a pass like that? The player did miss it, but sometimes you can argue those ones happens one way or the other. But anyway, look, we make a pass, go down, make a pass going forward, L1 trigger, and I want to make a through ball like so, right? And I'm thinking, okay, surely I'll win this. And I even overcompensate by going, look at my left analog stick, how far upwards I'm aiming. I'm aiming almost like this. I'm basically going to him like that. Now, do I have to really? Now, this is the issue. If I go back too much like this way, then he will do a fake shot backwards. So I need him to do a fake shot into this area. So I'm already overcompensating the angle. And look, I have to and it just goes towards the goal. Why is it going towards the goal? It should have done the scoop away, and then that's what basically cost me in that chance. I'm trying to make the most of it. Ended up had to use skill moves in the end because I couldn't do anything. Tried to use skill move again. He defended very, very well. And then we go to the final couple of minutes of the game. Running back, get the ball, thankfully. That pass, I'll be honest, this one over here, I knew on the radar there wasn't anyone nearby, and I knew that my player could have got to the ball first, but had this ball gone anywhere like this, I wouldn't have had an issue with that, because that's my fault. I was rushing, I made a mistake like so, but there wasn't anyone near anyway. It wasn't like I was trying to do some unorthodox, completely crazy pass. But again, quick 1-2 backwards. I tried to play the through ball down the wing, and look, I don't know why I didn't make the pass. Whatever reason I didn't make it, I just don't know anyway. First time fake shot, left hand long. Look at this touch, left hand long stick dribbling. Some of the worst touch. I had to use agile dribbling here, and this is the thing. Why do I have to use agile dribbling? This is what I'm trying to say. The only thing that made the game enjoyable last year was left stick dribbling. The only good thing about last year compared to FIFA 19, one of the few things was left stick dribbling. They buffed left stick dribbling to almost a FIFA 18 style left stick dribbling. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So left stick dribbling was very, very good last year. Why is there a need to add a mechanic of stupid agile dribbling in the game? Okay, if you want to add it, okay, that's fine. Keep it in the game. But sometimes you don't want to agile dribble. You just want to use left stick dribbling to get out of the opportunity. Well, you can't. You can't dribble to get opportunity because they've nerfed it so much. So left stick dribbling is done. So I'm basically forced to use skill moves inside the box, and obviously as you can see he's panicking there. Did a little rainbow or just try something. I don't know why I did that. I suppose I was just more out of frustration. But anyway, nice pass from him over there. Running jockey, tracking the run, or at least I am thinking I'm tracking the run. Pressure over touching team press, coming a bit in clutch of him. Mukiele holding my line, not committing too much, and nice skill from there. He completely outplayed me. Get the ball like that, good defending from me. Pass forward, okay, through ball. Now I'm thinking, this is how bad it is. Look, I think I've never sweated a chance from here because I know I can score. I was so worried that I couldn't score a goal. Do you know what I had to do? I had to basically trigger this player to make a run going forward. That way I can guarantee the goal, because that's how much confidence I lost. You can see, like here, look, I pressed the left analog stick, I face upwards, I press the L1 button, I trigger him forward, and then I slow down, wait for it, and then I make it through ball. Now I'll be honest, like here, just give you a bit of insight, I did L1 flick. Just quick, in case you're watching this and you're wondering how I did this, as soon as you take that heavy touch going forward, as long as your player is not like here, as long as your player is not towards the ball or not next to it, he won't move upwards. Because he's still running onto the ball and it's a heavy touch, that's how I can do that left down long stick trigger to trigger that player going forward without me deviating my angle. So basically I'm flicking the left down long stick up after taking a heavy touch, and my player still locks onto the ball. That's like a little trick I can tell you. So like that, player still locked onto the ball. Then I let go of the run button, I slow down, and I play it through the ball. And I'll be honest, I'm pretty surprised he would have. And it was so bad I had to take a touch like that. I wanted to take a touch to control it, but I had to do what I had to do just to get the goal. And that was the game in the end. Skipped the replay in the end. Didn't want to watch it. And that was basically game, set, and match, to be honest. It was a match that I think is a perfect example. And I think that you can't really see it, but the delay was really bad on my end. And I think that's what ultimately kills the game. But I just wanted to walk you through, the reason why you might see me not stream as much as I did last year. Because last year I really put myself through it. Whereas this year, I don't even want to play Foot Champions. I'm not really enjoying the game to play it. And obviously with content creation, I don't even get that much time to do it. Obviously with the videos that I make, they're not like simple videos, they take a long time. But you can see I have a Hunter on Neymar, and he's on 10 chemistry. He's got 97 finishing, 85 shot power, 88 curve, and he missed that chance. That should give you a bit of an insight. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a long video, but I think one that had to be made to give you basically an insight of why I think there's so many issues with the game, and why for me the game has these issues, and until they fix them, we are pretty much in trouble. And that's why I'm still going to play the game, but I'm not going to be playing it as much. I've taken some advice from some people who've been in the industry for a long time, and I've come to that stage now where I can still make content, and obviously people now trust me. It's not like before I had to get like 20 and 0 every single weekend league when I was FIFA 19. FIFA 20 I relaxed it a bit. I didn't have to worry about getting 20 and 0 all the time. But now I can basically just focus on content and not have to basically force myself to play the game that I don't want to. And I'm not going to change the way I play either, because football for me is playing the football way. I'm not going to abuse mechanics. I just use team press, probably the only thing that I do abuse, but only if my opponent uses it first. But apart from that, that's all I've got to say. Thanks for watching, boys. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.